Thank you, Arvind Master, for the wonderful introduction, and thank you for this opportunity. I really grateful for this opportunity, and I would like to express my gratitude to whole team, Omega team, and Magic Meditation team, Dallas team, and all of you who are present here today. Thank you so much for being here. So, my topic is power of surrenderness. Like I shared in my introduction, that I really believe in surrenderness because the situations, when you are suffering with situations, with different situations, um, um, that time you realize that you had many good things in your life. When you don't appreciate it at the time you had, when you lost those things, people, or whatever you had in your life, you'll start appreciating and respecting all those things in your life. But that comes after surrenderness. So instead of that, why don't we choose surrenderness before going into that difficult situation? So recently, like couple of years ago, I um, heard this. I listened to this audiobook called "The Surrender Experiment" by Michael Allen Singer. He This is his, I think, fifth book. He wrote it in around like between 2005 and 2015. Michael Singer is a famous person as a CEO of his own company, medical manager. He basically started his book with his own journey. It's kind of a autobiography of Michael Singer. I'll talk about it a little bit about the book. Then I'll share my experiences of surrenderness, how it helped me grow spiritually, and also I am helping my family with that experience, and my actually friends as well. Then I'll talk about how other books are talking about surrenderness, which we have heard many times since our childhood. So, first of all, I'll talk about the book. In the book, Michael Singer says he was a hippie kind of a guy, cool guy, careless, and all those things. In his 20s, he got married to his college sweetheart, Shelley, and he was still a student. They both were student at the university. They started working for the living, and that's how their journey started as a couple. Then, within a year of their marriage, he started listening some voices in his mind. That had happened many times to him, but he never noticed it. So he started listening to his own voice, and he was in awareness. He was understanding what is exactly happening in his mind. So, in a situation where he doesn't like something, his mind says, "No, I don't like it. It's bad. I don't want to go for it." If he goes to the university and he looks at something, his mind says, his mind is chattering completely, constantly. And now, Mickey, he calls himself Mickey. Mickey says, this constant chattering is loud. It's so loud, making me crazy. He talks about it to some other professors in the university, and they don't believe his way of talking, that there is some instant chattering inside the mind. I mean, they don't uh, accept it. They might have noticed it, but they don't accept it in front of him because he's a student of economics. They don't talk about emotions and the spiritual aspect there. So he went to that psychology department to read the books, which was unusual for Mickey because he was a practical and hippie type of a person. So he went there, he started looking for the answers into the books, like in the library. He couldn't find anything. One day, a person, a professor of that psychology, he said, "Read this book." It was about Zen meditation. And he got all the answers about mental chattering and internal chattering. So this is the voice that was coming from his subconscious mind, or maybe we call it soul, Atman, individual consciousness. Somebody will call it like God, divine, coming from the divine. So he started researching about it. So, how to stop this chattering? That was his question. The book says when you sit in the meditation, just focus on your breathing, close your eyes, don't follow anything like noise, surrounding noise or anything else. Just go inwards instead of looking outwards. So he tried it for a few months. He started understanding I'm able to stop these chatterings and start working on the things currently I'm doing with more focused way. So he continued his practice of meditation, Zen meditation, and yoga. He learned yoga as well during that time. Um, uh, his family, his wife, and some friends and family went for a trip, and there he decided to go into the woods and stay there alone for few hours to do meditation. He went there, and chattering was still there. He was able to stop it temporarily. So what he decided, sit in the meditation in the woods, and then um, he got this answer from his own mind, consciousness, that do you really want to understand who are you? Do you really want to stop this chattering? You just need to surrender yourself to the flow of life. So he didn't know what exactly he needed to do, but things happened after that. A lot of things happened in his life. All of a sudden, after a few months, because he was so much into this spirituality, meditation, yoga, he wasn't able to give attention to his wife and family. So, Mickey's wife, decided to separate. Okay, so get divorced, and that was really heartbroken moment for him, heartfelt moment for him. He said, I said, which the voice in my mind that day said, surrender to the life's flow. So he decided to let go of Shelley, which was really hard for him. So after letting go of that relationship, that attachment, he didn't know what to do next. He took his van and he went some other place to live for few months, because the owner was away from the house and he was okay with staying Mickey at the house. Um, Once the owner came back, Mickey has to leave that house as well. Then Mickey decided to like find his own place and all, but he wasn't able to find. Then again, surrenderness came. He decided to be calm and peaceful and practice his own meditation and yoga every day. He made it like a discipline for himself. He sat in the van. He used to do meditation and yoga outside on the like outside of the van. One day, a friend said he's going to Mexico, and that felt like a clue for him. He said, "Okay, I never been to Mexico. I would love to go there." That was his casual response, and he started getting clues that you should go to Mexico. Okay, he went to a gas station. He saw a map of Mexico over there or something else. He got clues. He went to Mexico, where he didn't know anything about it much, but he knew that you have to be very careful in that country. You cannot go to the secluded areas, so you have to be very careful. So he had this in his mind that, okay, I have to be very careful, but he was following his intuition and he said, I want to surrender to the life flow. It was just starting, because he was just coming out of from a really bad phase of his life after losing, after breaking up with his wife and being separated. That is suffering he was going through, and he wanted peace, actual peace, inner peace that time. So he went to Mexico. He was there for a few months, met many people unexpectedly. He wasn't expecting like visiting anybody, but people came to him, and then he understood like what he has is really grateful. At least he knows how to live life happily, comfortably. Mexican, that community, a small community, a tribal community, they didn't have enough food as well, but they were still happy. They were together. So he understood that I have many things in life to appreciate. So he started appreciating things. He went back to his his house, like his hometown in Florida. So what happened next? So he was still searching his house, his place, his own place. So he came to this woods in Florida, near to the Gainesville, and he decided to purchase this land for himself because he had some money in the bank, and he wanted to use it for good. So he decided to buy that 10 acres of land, and there he built his house in 6 months with the help of friends. Then he started practicing over there. One day he got a call from his professor that why don't you finish your master's degree and then start working. So he was reluctant. He said, I want to be myself. I don't want to be in the people. I don't want to, I'm not in like a position where I want to meet anybody else. I don't want to. But again, his after this call, he remembered that I am doing this experiment with my life, that going with the flow. If I got this call all of a sudden after so long, if the professor still thinks I should finish it, it's a call from divine, I should follow it. He followed it, and he was able to finish his masters. After that he was able to finish PhD. He got job, part-time job, and here at the land he built his own house practicing. And now as a professor he's working at a college in Santa Fe in Florida. And his classes were so much like popular in that area because the way he was delivering all the lectures was really wonderful, peaceful. And with that topic of given topic to him, he was able to explain the real life experiences. He was combining both the things, and he started getting more students for the class. When they got to know that he does meditation and yoga practice at his house and in the land, students asked if they can join him for the Sunday services. So he allowed, because again, the surrender experiment. His mind was saying, no, nobody can come to my land. But he's, he was able to like shut down all those thoughts, and he said, surrender. If they want to come, let it like an experiment and let them come and do service with me. That started in I think 1975. It started that group of people coming to his land and doing Sunday services. And now in 2025 still it happens every Sunday. He talks in that group, and he helps people grow spiritually. It is happening each and every Sunday. Okay, that's how he started his own spiritual community, by surrendering to the life's flow. Now he's a professor, and in dissertation, PhD dissertation, he has to write something on the topic. But he wasn't like interested in economics now. He said to his professor that I don't want to write anything about economics. The professor said, write what you would like to write, because you have to finish your PhD now, because this is the last year, you can finish it, something like that. That is the criteria. So he wrote about the life flow, surrenderness, and the logic behind it, and all the like numbers, statistics, and all those things related to it. Okay, and that was kind of a hit. And somebody from the professor's group contacted Mickey that after 3 years of this dissertation, submission of the dissertation, that your dissertation is going to publish as a book, and the book's name is Search of Truth, In Search of Truth, or something. It's still on the Amazon. It is selling on his name. So he said, now I'm a professor, I'm a meditator, and now an author. So life's flow is giving me something really good, and I'm taking it like an experiment each and every time. Then he, because he built his own house with the help of his friends, somebody asked him to build their house as well. Now he opened his own construction company, which was earning a lot, sometimes like 35,000 a month, dollars a month, right? So big amount, right? When he was a teacher, a professor, he was earning $500 a month. And now all of a sudden he's earning in like more, like 5 digits every month. He said, I'm surrendering to this life's flow, and it's giving me more. And throughout this journey, he was able to purchase more and more land. You know, he started with 10 acres. There he built a temple. There he started doing retreats, free retreats for people, and they can come and stay here. Indian living masters coming to his land to take retreats. Some living masters from US, they going to that land for taking the retreats and the services as well. And now the group is becoming bigger and bigger. At least 70 people are coming for the Sunday services. And evening and morning, every day, evening, morning service, meditation practice is also going on at the temple. He calls it as a temple of university. It is in Gainesville, if you search it on Google. So it is still there. They do spiritual activities over there, retreats over there. With this 10-acre lands, he was able to buy another 185 acres of land. And he says, he in the book he talks about how he purchased all those lands, neighboring lands. Okay, it was like you are completing your puzzle. Every piece of puzzle was coming after act of surrenderness, after every service he was giving it to the community. And he mentioned in the book that when he was like testing by the divine, time to time the tests challenges came to his life to test him if he is also surrendering to that situation. You know, you surrender some yourself, that doesn't mean you give up. You don't give up, you just accept gracefully. Active acceptance is there. So he did the same thing. He didn't give up. He had to do hard work. He had to work for it, think for it, and collect money for it. Community building was there. But he was surrendering to the opportunity coming to him and giving all dedication to that opportunity to make it successful. Now he is a very successful businessman in Gainesville as a construction. He has a construction business over there. All of a sudden, when computer system like computers, personalized computers, they were started selling in the US. He says when he saw that computer screen and all those devices, he got this strong intuition that Mickey, you should buy it. That was his intuition. So he bought first personalized computer for $600 and a manual. Back then, nobody had experience of how to use it, what should we do with it, and all those. A simple manual, basic manual was there, how to write programs and all. So he started experiment with that computer, and he was able to write a program. I think within a couple of weeks, he wrote a program for his own bookkeeping, I think financial strategies and all those things. So he went back to that shop. He told those people that I wrote this program and it's working very fine and all those things. I can teach you so that you can sell these systems to other customers very well. So the owner of the shop said, if you're now a programmer, why don't you help my clients? So that's how he got client for programming. He started he became a developer, computer developer, all of a sudden. And he got around like 30-40 clients who wanted to develop something for themselves, for their business. And he started doing it. It was going really fine. He was earning more than the construction business, and he was enjoying it better than the construction business. Everything else was going on at the same time. Construction business was still there, programming was still there, and temple services were there. He just mentioning these things, life situations, to show you how the flow is going beautifully. There were challenges, but every challenge he surrendered to it. The challenge wasn't challenge anymore. It is a solution to the next puzzle piece. So now he is a successful computer developer. And all of a sudden he started getting so many projects. One project, medical manager project, he took 2 years to finish it, and it was a big hit. Now he is the owner of personalized programming company, and his big product is medical manager, which everybody, like most of the people use in the US to maintain and the medical billing and insurance data, customer claims, and all those things. And things started changing. He started getting more people into this business. He had to sell out the construction business because he wasn't able to focus on that, because he's completely focusing on this programming business. In 20, I think 2015, by the end of 2015, the company was taken by WebMD. His company was taken by WebMD, and he was still part of the company. He had shares and all, and the company was making $300 million per year. So he became a very big company owner. So everything happens with the flow. Before this happened, like 2015, before this book was published, launched, released, there was a big controversy happened. And he said, I was surrendered to that as well, because I knew the truth. But um, I haven't done anything wrong, and I'm true. So truth will always win. And that happened. He was out of that big controversy, and now he published this book called The Surrender Experiment. So, what I shared here is Mickey's story, how he surrendered to his life with awareness. We have also done that many times in our life, but sometimes we were not aware to that situation, that surrenderness. We were suffering, right? So, we have to be in awareness with our own life's experiences, and we have to align ourselves. Bhagavad Gita says there are four types of bhakta. Okay. First bhakta is when he's suffered, artha. He calls it arth. When is in suffering, due to that suffering, he surrenders himself. Second one is jigyasu. Jigyasu is someone who is like curious to know why somebody is following that religion, why somebody is following particular practice, why somebody is following particular ritual, particular practice, or maybe particular discipline. If somebody is computer engineer, why he is computer engineer, why he's doing that, whatever jigyasa, like uh, his curiosity asks him to find out, he just does that. So while researching on that, he understood why people are doing, and he fall in love with that thing, and he started doing, following that practice or discipline. Okay. The jigyasu also surrenders himself with understanding and with awareness. Then comes third, who is really like money minded, who has more desires, who has desire of earning more money. That's artha. So that type of bhakt, what does he do? He wants more. For that desire, he surrenders himself. Okay. And fourth is somebody who just loves everything about life, everything about divine, and he surrenders himself with love. So Krishna says everybody surrenders at one point, but you should know why and how you're doing it. So when you understand why and how, you'll understand the meaning of life. You'll enjoy the life, or maybe not, because you are suffering, right? Which bhakta you are depends on that how you take your life. So that's about Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. Yogananda also mentions this surrenderness in his books, that if you surrender yourself to the divine, you'll find your right way, your inner peace. And I mean, so many books talks about surrenderness. Thinking in Destiny by Harold Percival. He talks about how you can manifest your thoughts and how you should surrender your thoughts. Both the things. He talks about it. Okay. He says when you are in the way of manifesting any thought, okay, there are four things are important. Important. First thing is your thought. First of all, thought, then right place, right time, and there is one mystery management. that he doesn't mention like a god. He says it's Mr. Management. If four things in alignment, then you can manifest your thought. And when he says thought, that is acceptance, surrenderness, the power of surrenderness. When you are in surrenderness, when you understand that you're not giving up, you're accepting the flow of life, that is the real surrenderness. And mystery management, he doesn't say God, he just say mystery management. Harold Percival's, if you have read this book, it's a really different book. Very, very deep understanding of each and every topic in that. He says triune self, doer, thinker, knower is the higher self in our words. So if you're aligned with your higher self, that's the mystery management, and you can achieve anything in your life with love, with awareness. Same thing we have heard in Upanishads and Vedas, that you are that Atman, individual self, and you have to meet your Brahman, consciousness, that universal consciousness, right? He says, if you want to understand what is Brahman, you have to align with your Atman, you have to align with your higher consciousness, and then you will understand what is Brahman, universal consciousness. How do you do that? You cannot do that with control. If you try to control your mind, your thoughts, your thinking, you cannot do that. You have to simply surrender yourself. So this is from different books. This is from Mickey's story. And in 2 minutes, I'll share a few points here. How we do that? How can we do that in daily life? This modern lifestyle. We understand there are many things we need to do for like achieving things. First of all, be in awareness, alignment with your own mind, your subconscious mind, your God, higher self, whatever you call. Be in alignment. Alignment means have clarity, intention. Clarity, intention will give you that alignment. You'll start feeling the inner peace. Emotional strength is the biggest thing here. When you are emotionally strong, you'll feel the inner peace, and open yourself for the opportunities. Okay, life will give you more opportunities if you're open to it. You'll be in harmony with the present moment if you open yourself for the life's flow. Okay, when your mind is resisting to do something, but your life is giving you that opportunity, stop your mind, stop that resistance, and accept that opportunity. Take it like an experiment, like Mickey did, and be in awareness while you are in that experiment, and see the magic of your life's flow. Okay, so acceptance is the key here. Accept the moment, live the life happily with unconditional love, and enjoy it. So that is all from me for about this topic, masters. I'll share my experience in like very shortly, like in short time. I had to go to India like couple of years ago for something. Really, it was an emergency visit. I had to go there. I got to know this news in few days. Like I had to travel in couple of days to India. It was all of a sudden, and I have two kids, two daughters. Back then, my daughter was 7 years old, elder one, and little one was 3.5, 4 years old. So I said I'll take my little one with me. Elder one will stay here because she was going to the school, and little one was in Montessori, so that was okay for her to miss the school time. And I didn't know how long I have to be in India. I was prepared myself for 2 months, 6 months, 1 year. I didn't worry about the time because I didn't know what to expect. First of all, I didn't know what to expect. I was crying to leave my husband and my daughter here, and I'm going there with my little one. I was in pain that time, but I spoke one of the spiritual friend. She said, "Why do you take it like a suffering? Don't take it like a past life karma or suffering or anything like that. It's not a bad thing. There must be something really big. That's why you're going all of a sudden to India, and you got the tickets. People don't get tickets so quickly. And think about like a blessing for you. So surrender yourself." That was my first surrender experiment with awareness, I would say. So I went to India, and everything what I needed to do there, I finished that work within a week, which I didn't expect I will finish, because I was prepared for 2 months, 6 months, and a year or something like that. I was able to finish that work within a week. I met so many my family members. They were so happy because I went there after 7 years. During COVID, I wasn't able to go to India, and my little one was born just before COVID, and nobody had seen that, like my little one, that back then. So everybody was happy to see my kid, and to see me after 7 years. And I got to help somebody spiritually when I was in India. The person was going through cancer treatment, and I helped that person. I like guided him the way I can. And the person was able to come out of his situation. He is now cancer free, and he's helping other people spiritually to grow spiritually. And I understood, if you surrender yourself, if you understand that this situation is like a blessing, you'll love this situation. You'll start loving, and you'll start understanding the meaning. You'll start understanding the lessons behind it. And I learned my lessons. And I started surrendering to the challenges more than the regular situations. I'm still working on it, like Mickey does. He did actually. Now, when after reading this book second time, I have a different understanding to it. Now I have a different prospect towards my life, and I want to do it again. Take it like a challenge, like an experiment in my life as well.